Hey guys, welcome back to the channel Osiris and Phoebe, and today, as you can see on your screens right now, I got my Thanos to level 70. So today we'll be discussing about the potential system, what is it all about, and what happens when you gain a certain amount of potential and you start to rank up your character from 60 to further levels till level 70. So we'll be discussing the materials like rank 1 BAM, non-stone of chaos, gold, and the cosmic cubic fractions at each level. That is what all are the requirements at each level to gain, to spend, to move on to the next level. Then we'll be discussing about the total amount of material that you require to get a character from level 60 to level 70. Then we'll be discussing about the biometrics at each level, then the total amount of biometrics. So basically the potential system is the way in which you gain some exp. Now the experience is potential, and when you fill the potential gauge, you are eligible for ranking up your character from level 60 to further levels. So when you get a character at level 70 and you increase all the gears accordingly, you can tier 3 a character. But in the game, Captain America is the only character who has his tier 3, and tier 3 adds a new skill which is insanely powerful. And in case of Captain America, if you see the tier 3 skill, it deals a ton of damage, and the things that you're getting in it are really insane. So I'm hoping Netmarble will add the tier 3 for Thanos really soon, because this is the first character I'm spending all my resources to get all the gears and everything, and get him ready for tier 3. So now let's move on to the requirements at each stage, and you'll see how I managed to spend all the resources. I spent more amount of BAM in comparison to the non-stone of chaos and the cosmic cubic fractions, because the BAM is found in abundance in comparison to the other two. So now let's see how I spend, and that will give you an idea of the resources that you require to level up a character from level 60 to level 70. And yes, one more thing, I did all these things on Thanos, and has as he is a native tier 2 character, that to a character who requires the materials more than the Black Order. So I think this is the reason the resources were spending a lot. I need to spend a lot of resources for characters like Black Widow and Captain America or Iron Man. I think the resource requirement would be less, but we'll see whether it is true or not, or it is the same for everyone else once I start them as well. So now let's move on to the resources thing. So from moving on from level 1 to level 2, I use up 20 cosmic cubic fragments and 305 rank 1 black antimatter and 115 non-stones of chaos. The gold requirement in this stage is 500,000. So at stage 1 it is not a lot, and you can use different combination. I wanted to focus on BAM, so I did that. If you have anything else in abundance, you can use that so that you can save the other resources. And for this stage, the amount of biometrics I spent was 721 biometrics. You can see on your screen, and if you want, you can calculate. I did the calculations earlier. And yes, my Thanos now is at level 2 of the potential system, and now I'm giving more biometrics to get him to level 62. Now I'll enhance it to further levels, potential level 3. At this stage I used 14 cosmic cubic fragments, then 913 of rank 1 black antimatter, and 100 non-stones of chaos. The goal required in this stage for me was 1 million. You saw a big leap from 500,000, now you are to 1 million, and the resources requirement has increased almost thrice the amount of BAM now I'm using for this level. So you can see the amount of requirement are going higher and higher, and at the end of it you'll see you require a lot of biometrics and the other stuff. The biometrics I used in this stage was 848 to get him from level 62 to level 64. And you saw there is not a significant improvement in the number of biometrics, but at the end of the day the total amount of biometrics you are spending is again a lot. So for the next potential level I used up 0 cosmic cubic cosmic cubic fragments and 1667 of rank 1 BAM, along with 1.5 million gold, and the biometrics requirement was 954, which consisted of different combination of different characters. The biometrics I don't care about, because these characters are at level 60, 6 star. Some of them are tier 2 as well. So for the next level, right now I'm leveling up for level 66. For the next level, I used up 3003 rank 1 BAM and 276 of non-stones of chaos, and the gold requirement at this stage was 300,000. So you can see we have three materials, and you need not to spend all the materials to gain the potential system, but the more resources you use, you will get the more success rate. So I wanted 100% success rate, so I didn't took any chances and used up all my resources. And for this stage, the biometrics requirement to get to level 68 was 1073. Again, a lot of biometrics, and all my savings is about to die. For the next stage, I used up 0 cosmic cubic fractions, 4069 rank 1 BAM, and 389 non-stones of chaos. And the goal requirement for this stage was 4 million. So at the end of the day, the total goal that you require to level up a character from 60 to 70 is 10 million. I spent 880 non-stones of chaos, 9957 rank 1 black antimatter, and 34 cosmic cube fragment. And the biometrics that I spent to get the character from 62 oh no from 60 to 70 was 4803. So you saw it's a lot of gold and a lot of material, but if the tier 3 skill is really good and that powerful, I don't mind spending all these resources because it's worth it. The more you spend, the more you gain power. So I'm hoping Netmarble would add Thanos's tier 3 as soon as possible, because I'm spending a lot on this guy and I would love to have that output. So if you like the video, don't forget to like it, subscribe to our channel, and do let me know in the comment section what do you think of this system.